up, Graycie?
Questions. Okay. So today what we're going to do, guys, once we figure this whole system out real quick, because this is new to us and this is our new podcast room that we're using. So we're setting it all up and we're figuring it out. And best way to do it is live. So that's what we're doing. Today's our live show. This is our first one. We're going to do one every Monday. It's going to be around this time every Monday. We're going to shoot for 11 o'clock every Monday.
Yeah.
Today we're a little late. We're running behind because we had to set everything up. If you could see all the setup, you'd understand it took a little while, but we're here. And what we're going to do is we're going to answer questions about Larry and Graycie. She came about a year ago.
Oh, yeah, it was just my 1 year.
Yeah, it was just your 1 year the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we would have done the podcast on that day, but we're here.
That's sad.
It's so crazy.
It's okay, though. That year flew by. It was really quick. And it was, before that, it was the 6 months since I had done my first tattoo, too.
Yeah.
So.
The change in life, like how fast your life changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this time last year, I was thinking I was going to college. You could go in the old podcast and see me talking about, oh, I might go to school.
Yep, I was going to open a shop down there just so you had somewhere to go.
Yeah, like, that's so nice.
It's so crazy that, like, here you are 6 months later, or a year later, making money, tattooing, doing what you love, traveling around the world tattooing.
Traveling.
Like, you just never would imagine, where you're at. Let me see that phone for a second.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Okay. And there's no connection. But there's Wi-Fi here. You might want to ask Bobby for the Wi-Fi.
It's not going to work.
Whatever.
It's not going to work. So we're just going to go live. We're not even going to be able to do question and answers because I cannot see my Facebook. I don't have a computer here to use to do that. But we're live, and we're just going to talk about the Larry and Graycie show. Now, if you see some questions, you can look at hers and see if you see any. Tell them to us, and we'll use them. So
I did want to say before we start talking about stuff, I changed my booking. So to book me, you can email me now. It's GracieTattoos@gmail.com. And I've been trying to get back to everyone, but I can only book so many people at once. Like, if there's 100 people that want to talk to me, I can't do 100 tattoos in 20 days. So if that makes sense.
And she's not ignoring anybody. It is just overwhelming. I can tell you from experience. I've been tattooing over 20 years. One of the hardest things to do is to have a life after tattooing. Because when you start tattooing, there's so much past that you guys don't see is the drawing time, the responding to us, responding to you, making sure that you get it, get the attention you were supposed to and deserved to be able to, get you in. And sometimes it just gets overwhelming, and that's what happened. She's never been in this experience, so she didn't know. And I was explaining to her when she got in that you're going to get overwhelmed with messages. The best thing I can do is just pick a time in a day. Usually I do mine first thing in the morning and late at night. And I just respond then because I feel like if I respond late at night, what ends up happening is when I wake up in the morning, they've already responded and I can hit them back.
Yeah,
but it does get overwhelming. So her platform to get a hold of her is just GracieBachman@gmail.com. Is that what you said?
Graycie Tattoos at
Okay,
Gmail.
Graycie Tattoos at...
Someone already took Graycie Bachman.
Oh, dang.
Who is that?
Who is that? They're not G-Inks.
Yeah, right.
They're not you. So it don't matter.
So,
So anyway, that's how you're going to get a hold of her. And we're going to explain to you today about her. So last year, she was a senior in school.
Caesar Riding High School.
AP, though. She was advanced. She was in art. She was doing a project, and she came to me. A friend of mine reached out to me, and they said, hey, I got a girl that is just loves art, is all about art, and wants to be a tattoo artist. She's already came into my shop twice, and I told her no twice. It's because I wasn't taking on apprentices at the time. It wasn't that her art wasn't there. Yeah. It's just I wasn't ready at the moment. Kyle reaches out to me. Next thing you know, we're talking.
Mm-hmm. It was like that day I came in. You texted me that morning, and I was like, I'll be there after school.
You showed me your heart and determination, and you showed me a direction. You showed me what you wanted to do and what you were about. So that helped. And that's the thing that I can speak to other people that want to become a tattoo artist is understanding that you can't just go into a tattoo shop not knowing anything about art or not having like a drive or somewhere you want to go with this, because how am I to help you? How can I help you if I don't even know the art you like? Because I have to see something to help you critique what it is that I see that you're having a hard time with. And then when you come to me and you say, hey, like, this is what I can help you. But if I don't know, I don't know. So
yeah,
that's what I would say to people. And what would you say to somebody as an apprentice wanting to get it? And this is anywhere in the world. This isn't coming to my shop.
Yeah, I get so many messages and just comments, like, especially on my TikTok and stuff, about people asking, oh, how do I get an apprenticeship? Or how do I go about how do I pick the right shop for me and all this. And it's kind of just boils down to researching the shops around you, researching styles of tattoos, and drawing. Like, if you think that tattooing gets easier, then the drawing part, the initial drawing, or like the stencil, like, you're very wrong. Because even I, like, it was kind of like a wake-up call, and I was working on the fake skin. I was like, man, this is way harder than colored pencil. And when I do colored pencil, like, I do portraits and stuff just like tattoos, but it takes me a while, but it's easy. Like, I don't really think about it. Tattooing, I was like, oh my god, this is a little difficult. So it was definitely a challenge, and you can't be too hard on yourself or anything.
Make sure the person that you go to has a passion in you. Like, see something
Is in your
you.
best interest.
Yes.
Like, anytime I'm with Larry, it's always like, what can we do to help you? Like, getting me in with the right supplies, like making sure I have everything accessible that I've like needed this whole time.
Yeah.
It's always there.
It needs to be, because your growth is inevitable, right? Like, it can happen with or without me, but it can happen quicker with me, because
Yeah.
I know I've been around long enough to know what you need and what, okay, you want to try this, this is the best product for that, right?
Yeah.
So that's why getting with an apprenticeship, if they're not doing that with you and they're not showing you, like, okay, this is what you need, even on like some stuff that you think you killed it, and then you come back and you're like, oh yeah, I could have added some darkers or something, right?
Yeah, yep.
And it's not being ignorant, it's not being rude, it's just like, hey, because we do it to ourselves, right? We're our worst critic. You know, when you look at your tattoo, you're like, I could have done this more. You do it all the time.
Every time, I'm just like, man.
You do it every time, and I'm like, that tattoo looks stunner. Like, there's nothing wrong with that tattoo, but you in your head, you're like, oh, I could have done this different. But that's just, we are our worst critic. Nobody in this world is going to tell you anything worse than what you can tell yourself. So.
Yeah, but we will say, I want to start traveling, me and Larry. I want to start doing tattoos in other states, like personal appointments and stuff. So.
And those appointments they're going to be based off of one price, and it just depends on what you're doing. They have to be back-to-back sessions. We're not going to come out for one day unless it's like worth it, but you have to understand there's travel fees, there's hotel stays, there's a lot of fees behind this. Yeah. So for her to come, it's going to cost. And when you reach out, we'll explain to everybody price-wise. I'm not going to go live with the price, but understand it's not that we're trying to take advantage of her, or you're not going to take advantage of her. She's not going to take advantage of you. It's just we're going to add in the price of how much it costs to get to where you're at. You know, the hotel stay. I'm coming. I'm not asking for money for this. I'm just trying to help her grow. So I don't need to tattoo. I can if I want to, and if I need to go tattoo when I'm there, I will. I'm just there to make sure she's okay. Yeah. So, but she will have a straight flat fee for that, and when you reach out and you want to get it, we'll price it out, but it's going to be on what you do.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid, man. Get that color. Like, she's doing a lot of black and gray, but
I will say
her color is fire.
I will say, like, during my apprenticeship, I did all color. And there was, like, 2 pieces that I did that were black and gray. I liked it. But when I started tattooing, it was kind of like, oh, man, I don't know a lot about black and gray. That's why I like doing it so much now. And even, like, now still, something that I would get done in 3 hours before, it takes me a full day now because I'm learning a new technique. I'm slowing down. Like, it looks better. It looks cleaner. And I'm still, like, working at that. But I do want to get back doing color. And I think I'm going to do a seminar and stuff. Up my color game so I can get some.
And here's another thing to teachers, to the people that are teaching these artists, grow with them. Like, I'm learning black and gray. Where I'm not a black and gray artist. Don't portray to be. That is not my style. That's not what I love to do. I love color. But in this last year, it's been the same thing. I've been doing a lot of black and gray. Graycie and I both have grown together in black and gray. Like, we talk every day. Like, dude, you should try this, do this. Oh, this works. And I did the other day with the deer piece. I broke the whole skin first. It took me a lot longer than it would have.
Oh, yeah.
But it came out so smooth. So.
And it's just, like, it just, like, reassures you that, like, if you're kind of, like, stuck with your art, like, sometimes, like, I'll do a tattoo and I'm like, man, it's not as good as I want it to be. Yeah. Like, every time, like, I kind of try something new and it works out, I'm like, okay, like, you just gotta keep learning.
Your confidence goes up, too, because you're like, yeah, I killed that.
But definitely with color, like, I've been itching to do, like, this color skull on someone. Anything like that, like, photorealistic color, it might take me a while, like a day, and probably a day back-to-back, but that's just what color takes.
And listen, I want to put this out there because this is something that she's dealing with, and she's like a daughter to me, so I'm going to be as real as I can be with y'all. Her prices are $1,000 a day, $500 for the half. right? If she sits past 6 hours, that's a day session. You're paying $1,000. Please don't take advantage of that situation, because at the end of the day, she puts her heart and soul into everything she does. And we had a situation the other day. Neither one of them were in fault because neither one of them knew. She told a person a price, half a day. It took her a whole day. So, being the good-hearted person she was, she only charged them half a day.
Whatever.
She felt bad when she was done, though, because now she felt like she did herself wrong. So, understand, guys, we are just human beings, too. Like, we have a heart, we have feelings, we have emotions. So, reason why we set prices the way we do is because we don't want to take advantage of you, and you don't want to we don't want us to feel like we're taking advantage of, right? And her art speaks for herself. So just know that if you get $1,000 a day by an artist like her, with her style and her how good it looks, you're getting a good price. Because I can guarantee you right now, go to an artist that does her style work and does it good, and call a maximum price. I guarantee you it's double to triple what she's charging. So don't take it as she's charging what she should right now. But I'm going to tell you now, in the next couple of years, that price is going to double. So get in while you can, because then you can lock your price in. Because I have clients that I have been tattooing over 20 years. They still get my year rates from back then, because they were my day ones, right? If you're her day ones, you're going to stay with that locked in price. So get in while you can, because her next year anniversary, her prices are going to go up again, because I'm going to make sure of that, because she needs to grow with her style, just like every artist in my shop. We all grow together.
And it's not even like I want to raise my prices because like I want more, but it's just because like, dude, I'll get there early, like I'll stay late, like I care about the tattoo probably way more than you think. And like if I don't care if I have to sit for 12 hours, you paid a full day, like as long as that tattoo looks good, then I'm happy.
And not just that, supplies are going up, man. We're paying, let me explain to y'all something. Before COVID, before all this other stuff, right? Before the rotaries came out and all this stuff, we were paying 10 cents a needle. We're up to like $2.50 a needle now.
Yeah. And
So,
I use a lot of them. Like, I'm
inks,
not stingy with my supplies. Like, if I need it, I'm putting it out just because I know it's going to good use.
And then with our inks, like, our colors are, man, you spend thousands of dollars.
Larry be ready to, Graycie, you waste my
color.
ink. Like,
and 10 bottles can cost you like $1,000, $5,000 to $1,000, depending on how big.
It's not too much, but it's expensive.
And it's like, so when we're charging because we have to. It's not like we want to, and it's not like we make that whole $1,000. We don't even make half of that when you break it all down.
Yeah.
We make a third of that. So at the end of the day, it's not over the money with us. It's just we have to make sure that we can still maintain the good supplies that we can get. Like,
and feel like we're just getting paid for like the art that we're doing.
Yes. So at the end of the day,
all.
yeah. Now, if we could get our prices down on our inks and our needles, we can come down on price, because it's not about price for us. It's just about us being able to live, have fun, and put out some work that we're proud of.
And like the thing he brought up the other day about the half day, full day situation, like I didn't care just because I got to post a really good picture of a flower I did or whatever, and it turned out so good, and now I have something I can show people. And that was like one of the first times I broke the skin like all the way and tried to go in light to dark, but I didn't like it as much for the bottom flower.
I like dark to light too.
Yeah, I feel it looked gets you dark, yeah.
Get you dark. Break the skin, then go dark to light. Because then you get the because you see it as a shape, you see it as what you see it, so you know where to stop the dark. So it is what it is. And that wasn't shade of me throwing shade at the guy that was, because it's just like having something posted on.
Yeah, just like something happened.
Yeah, it's like going to a store and it says 5 for 5, and then you get up there and it's not 5 for 5.
Yeah.
They're going to honor it because they respect, this is what I told you, this is what you see, so I'm going to give it to you. But at the end of the day, we're like, damn, we did that. We messed up.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So it's not personal. It's just business. So at the
it
end
happens
of the day,
like that all the time with me too, because either
you're too
Larry won't be
good-hearted.
there, and then I'm just like, I don't know, like whatever.
You're too good-hearted because you just want to do you're more in love with just doing the tattoo than you are the money.
I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah, but then at the end of the day, it reflects you at the end of the week. When you're getting
I'm
paid, you're like,
like,
I checked it a little bit different. When that check don't hit like it used to.
Like, shit. What was I doing this week?
So it is what it is. We all have them situations, and anybody in business understands what I'm talking about because it happens in all businesses. It's not tattooing. And what else we have? What else do we have? We want to talk about the traveling.
We went to Miami not too long ago.
Yes,
That was
we did.
awesome.
Yes, I did. Went in there, and You know, I went in there, shot my shot on a business trying to buy it.
Mhm.
You know, they didn't really come back with, and who would though, right? If
Yeah.
a stranger comes up to your door and says he wants to buy your business, you know, you don't know me, you don't know what I got. They don't realize what I have, but you know, at the end of the day, I can still make a strong business relationship with them.
Yeah,
and that's
that
what
was
I'll
just
do.
cool anyway that you went down and just like being with everyone from the shop, like it was fun, like
You're
bonding
showing,
experience.
you're showing that I'm showing you guys like fear is nothing. Like fear is just something that you have in your head because you tell yourself, yo, you can't do it right. But at the end of the day, even if they would have said F you, oh well, I still did it. I shot my shot, right? It's like shooting your shot in anything in life. And at the end of the day, I know maybe they didn't say yes to me buying a business, but I know that at the end of the day, I'm still in partnership with them because I have a distribution deal with them. So
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm still there. I just wanted to own the business because I wanted to, you know what I'm about to do. We're about to snap. So I just wanted to involve them in it because I wanted to take the top 5 businesses I believe that are in this industry doing something that I can just amplify. Like, what do you
take
need?
it to the next level.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because they're restricted by money. I'm not.
Mhm.
So that's all that was about. It wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to come in here and take your business. No, man, listen.
It's like you don't know what this could be. You don't understand.
Listen, that little $600,000 that you got to get that, I can triple that.
Yeah.
And we can go even harder. What do you want to do? We can spend $250,000 in marketing. Like, what do you want to do, man?
It was young.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't. And listen, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, we're gonna get back to the Larry Graycie. So honestly, guys, any apprentice, this is just for apprenticeships, like for tattoo artists, because we do get a lot. I do get messages and stuff, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really. Oh, I just had a message and I saw it, but it went away. Anyway, whoever just sent that message that I can't see anymore, hit it again, send it again so I can see it and we can reply. Because if I look down at my screen, I can see what you wrote. But apprenticeships are. What was you gonna do? Go ahead. Oh. Sorry, she's messing with the dashboard thing. She's all right. So anybody that wants to be an apprentice, just understand you can do whatever you want. Just you gotta make sure your art is in structured form. Show them the best, but then show them where you transition from. Like show them some of the old stuff. You can say, look, this is where I started a couple months ago, and now look where I'm at. Or show growth because when you come to me, I want to see growth. I don't want to see the same thing over and over and over and over again. I want to see something where you challenged yourself. I want to see
progression.
Yes.
Of where it wasn't like you were even told to do something, like just a natural, like you're a better understanding of what you're doing.
And you want to know why I do that though? Because if you can teach yourself, imagine when somebody else teaches.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're just going to go stronger. And that happened, and that proved to you.
Yeah.
3 tattoos in, look where you went from your first tattoo to your second to your third was like night and day.
Yeah.
3 tattoos, that's crazy. That's unheard of. So it's just understanding that if you're willing to learn and keep learning, apprenticeships suck, but it's the mud you have to grow and drag yourself from.
They don't suck if you're at the right place. I love my apprenticeship. Like, I had a ball. We, like, I don't know, like, everyone at the shop is just so, like, nice. And it's fun there. Like,
I didn't treat
we get so much work done, but no one's in a bad mood.
See, I don't know who sent that because I couldn't see it went up fast. But what I can tell you about that is that's an old school apprenticeship. And there's still probably tattoo artists that do that style apprenticeship. But I'm not the person to sit here and beat you up while you're apprenticing with me. Why would I want to degrade you instead of teach you, right? Like, do you go to school and does your teacher sit there and tell you you're dumb or make you go do 1,000,001 things? No. Now, as an apprentice, you might have to come in early and clean and do this, that, and the third.
But that's just building the habits. That's like a habit that you have to get into.
Because you need to know how to stay clean and organized. Because if you're not clean and organized, you can cause problems. And then for 2, like, you're going to have a lot of draw time and stuff, but I'm not going to haze you all the time. We're not going to mess with you like that because I need you focusing on your art and growing. I don't need to focus on worrying about all day if you're going to be messed with or if you're going to be harmed in some kind of way. So at the end of the day, it's just, that's not how I run my apprenticeships. And there are some people that will run their apprenticeship that way. That's just not who I am, and that's not who I will be. So, yeah, apprenticeships used to be that way, though.
Yeah, I know. I do know that, like, my dad was saying stuff about that. He was like, you're going to be lucky you understand, like, Larry's hooking you up. I was like, all right.
Yeah, because it's totally different.
I'm like, they're making me take out the trash. And he was like, suck it up.
And that's nothing.
I'm like, yeah, I know it. Yeah. Trust me.
So a guy named Chris owns a tattoo shop down the road. He was telling me one day, he's like, Man, when my apprenticeship, every day, he would have to walk because he didn't have a car. He'd have to walk from the shop to Dunkin' Donuts to get his teacher,
Mentor.
mentor, his coffee every day. Every day he made him do that. And, that's just structure. I'm old school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kevin knows it. Yeah, Kevin, trust me, I'm old school, man. I've been tattooing 20 years. I seen it. I seen it all. I've been through it all. I've been through a lot of that. Apprenticeships were rough. Apprenticeships were real rough. Like, I've apprenticed that way before. I've taught people that way before. But what I realize is that's just not who I am. I'm more of like, let me just show you what it's about. Like, let me show you.
I'm not one of those learners either. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a, you yell at me, I'm going to
Emotionally
take that.
break down.
Yeah, I'm like, like,
And then you're not gonna
let me know.
And then you're not gonna learn. Like all you're gonna worry about all day is if I messed up or if I did something. If I did something wrong or something like that. Like you don't want that. You don't want to feel that way. You want to feel like when I'm coming into this job, I'm about to learn whatever I can from everybody in here, and they all support me 100%.
And you're doing art all day. Like my art is not good when I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah.
I don't know about anyone else, but I don't feel like drawing or doing anything when I'm like pissed or upset. Like,
And if you do, it's gonna be dark and not what you regularly do.
yeah, it's gonna be like, oh, before I do this tattoo, I'm gonna make it really black and dark shaded.
But we're at this point in your career, you're so new into it though. Like people don't realize how good an apprenticeship can be, and that's why I wanted to do this. Was what the Larry and Graycie podcast was about. It was like, let me show people how a real apprenticeship should be now, because we had to change something. Back in the day, they were always like that. And I didn't want that to be a thing. And I told Graycie that. I said, listen, this isn't going to be a regular apprenticeship. This is going to be a serious apprenticeship. You're going to hear there's some brutal apprenticeships, but that's not what I was going to run with you.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, we spent 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 4 months while we were shut down for COVID. We quarantined together every day.
Yeah, like, I was with Larry more than I was with my family.
Yeah.
And it was kind of just like, it's cool because I go to the shop, it's home. And I go home, back at home. Like, there's no, like, it's sometimes hard to, like, feel like I'm not working. Like, when I get home, I have to tell myself, like, all right, you're at home now, you're not at work, like, you can relax. Because it's, like, so similar, like.
Yeah, but now look at you. Now look, right after this podcast, she's going snowboarding. She's leaving here to go snowboarding right after this podcast. She's going to live her best life and do what she wants to do. So, at the end of the day, it was a little bit of sacrifice turned into a big goal, right?
Yeah, a lot
That's
of
what I'm trying to teach my son now, and that's what I'm trying to teach all my kids. Like, the sacrifice you put up today is going to pay for your future. Like, I gave up everything I had to get to where I'm at today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now, I can do whatever the hell I want. Like, I don't have to struggle. I don't have to worry. Bills aren't really an issue. Like,
yeah,
they are what they are. And even if I couldn't afford it, I'm still going to be like, it is what it is, because I've done claim bankruptcy. I've been through multiple divorces. I've been through so much in my life that no matter what's thrown at me now, man, listen, I've ate it.
I mean, honestly, there's always going to be something you can't afford.
No.
Like, who cares?
I don't care.
Who gives a shit?
I don't care. There's always going to be somebody better than you. I'm not looking to better than somebody else. I'm just looking to be the better of me.
Yeah.
Right? Because where I came from and who I was to what I am today is like night and day. And I'm trying to teach my children that same thing and the people around me. If I'm positive and I'm keep growing, you guys are going to be positive and keep growing, right?
Yeah.
It's when you start getting stagnant, that's when the Larry comes out. That's when that Larry you don't want to come out comes out.
Because, that Larry bird comes out.
Yeah, because it's like, man, listen, if you just paid attention, like just for 5 minutes, I'm promising you, this dumb stuff you're doing is something you could just get away from. Because I'm telling you, I've already been there, man.
Yeah.
It's simple.
And even just like me, I'm just grateful I didn't go to college because I know how I am. Like, college, I would have had fun, probably too much fun, and then it would kind of been like, uh-oh.
And I'm not knocking anybody going to college, just so you know. This is not
either.
shots.
All my friends are at college, but I'm saying I know myself.
Yeah.
So my best interest, like, I'm glad I chose what I chose.
Now you could, if you wanted to go to college, you could afford it and pay for it yourself.
Yeah, right.
Like, now it's not going to be on your parents. You be like, I got this. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm going to go do a tattoo. I got some bills for this week.
Right. Oh, I'm going to do one on Sunday because I got to pay for it.
I'm going to get sushi.
Tattoo. You get delivered all up in there. Like, I'll be right back. Teach.
Yeah.
Uber's here.
I have thought about taking some classes just through Dell Tech, like Alicia did, but
And there's nothing wrong with that.
not
Like,
something.
I love growth in any way that somebody wants to do it. I
Yeah,
just
something
want
you're passionate about.
I want it to be passionate, and I want you to just grow. Like, I just want to see everybody grow. So the only time, I'm telling you, the only time my son can tell you, he's right there. I chew his butt out. It's when
Yeah,
I see him doing dumb stuff that just is not growing you, because you'd rather do something now than listen. I'm all about having fun, right? But when there's business, I'm not fun. I'm business.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just do what I gotta do, and then I know when I'm finished this, whatever I'm doing, I can
Then
just
you
have
can-
fun.
Yeah.
Listen, when I first opened up Artistic Editions, I was walking to the shop because I had to sell everything I had to open it, right? I had to sell my car.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I had to do what I had to do. But I gave up everything. Everything in my whole being. Even my mindset had to change, because I got to the point where it's like, I just want to give up, man. If I give this up, I'm at the last of
Yeah.
what I got, right? But hey, oh well, now look at me.
You're glad you did.
Hell
Glad
yeah.
you did. It paid off. It worked out.
But that's where my son, that's what we're working with now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, give up some of the stuff that you need to feel like you need to do. I'm telling you, stop trying to keep up
Mm-hmm.
with the Joneses, keep up with the Normals. Get where you're at right now, and you could be on the billionaire mindset level.
Right.
You ain't there yet because you ain't comparing yourself, and you're not pushing yourself 100%. I don't know how nothing to do but pushing myself every day. Can't nobody say I don't push.
Yeah, shit. Even on the weekends, we go snowboarding. We have competitions.
Yeah, but that's what it should
Isaac
be.
beats us all.
Well, he's just a freak of
can do all
nature.
the
He
tricks,
is a freak
whatever.
of nature. He's so freak of nature when he picks up like a skateboard or.
He's gonna be sick when I hit that backflip though. Sick. Like, hold up, how do you do that?
I'll tell you a little story. So when he was like 8, 7, maybe even 6, hell, I don't know. It's been a long time. I got him a skateboard, and all day, it was the middle of winter. You can't go outside; it's freezing, right? I had this garage, and there's steps that go up into your door. They were wooden, and all I kept hearing was, do 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 boo, do 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 boo. I let it go for like a half hour. I was like, what in the is going on out here, right? So I go out, open the door. This mug done taught himself how to bunny hop onto a brick on a step. And I'm like, yo, what? Where'd you learn this? He said, YouTube.
YouTube. That's how it is. That's how my mom. She's like, I don't know where she learns this from. She just says she goes on YouTube. That's literally it. I play piano. I put the little thing on YouTube. I'd be like, do-do-do,
Because
play
if
the
you're
song.
willing to learn, you can do
Yeah.
it. It's just having to shut your mind off of everything else
You gotta
in the world.
put cruise control on and
Yes.
just go through the motions of getting it done. Like,
And I'm trying to teach my son that with structure. Like, listen, the more organized you are at home and life, the easier business is, right? The reason why my business is successful in the way we move is because I'm so organized that from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed is an organization.
yeah.
When it gets thrown off a little bit, it messes me up, but I
You got
improvise.
me start doing, like, I changed, I was like, Larry's waking up mad early all the time, and he goes home early all the time, like, that's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Like, you get your shit done earlier, and then you have the rest of your night to be
Yep, with my
doing
family.
whatever, and it's like, I started going to the gym every day, early, 6, 7 a.m., like, doing different stuff, like, then I'd get to work, I'd be awake, I'd bang out a good tattoo, I'd be happy, I learned some stuff, and I'd go home, and then it's like, relax. I don't worry about anything, and that's even like the best part about my job. Like, it's your own structure. You can find something that works for you, and I feel like I have found what works for me. So
Yeah, and I feel like I've watched you transition from the confidence level went 100%. Because at the beginning it was like you were nervous, and I kept hyping you up. I was your hype man.
Larry was like, "Oh yeah."
I was like, you the best around. Don't nobody tell you nothing. Like, I was getting you.
He was
right?
gassing me up. He was like, "Top 1. This will be top 1 one day." I was like, "Oh my
Because
God."
you will be. The thing is like you just had to tell yourself that. Because at the end of the day, your artwork and your tattoos are already, you're at a level where people have been tattooing for years just are getting to. There's some people 10, 12 years in still can't do that. And have been trying to do that for the last 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
There's people, like, there's not a lot of versatile artists that can go that good in black and gray and that good in color. Because usually You got to spend some years to learn black and gray perfectly.
Yeah.
And you got to spend some years to get color. And then there's so many color palettes and so many different colors.
Different ways to go.
And then skin tones make the difference. Like, so there's so much.
But you gotta, like, for me, though, I feel like what I did was just separated everything so much that, like, when I sat down to do a piece, I was like, all right, how do I need to run my lines? How do I need to pack the color? How do I need to shade for this to turn out? Like, and that would be like when I go to do a Japanese piece. You completely have to change how you think about the tattoo, or like you blend the color and stuff. And I do a little research before, and then I'd go into it, and I'd be like, all right, I know how to do this. I have a plan. Like, I know what works.
Yep.
So.
That's funny because anybody wanting to get in any business, anything that you want to do, apprenticeships are where it's at. Even like
you get to talk to the people that have been doing it for so long, like. It's like an open book right there. I could pick his brain all day and, like, learn as much as I could, but I'm probably not going to do that. Like, sometimes we're talking or chatting about other stuff, but...
Shoot, a lot of times we have some really good growth conversations.
And it just comes nonchalant. We'll be just sitting there and be like...
And I told you after the beginning, I said, when we start this apprenticeship, there'll be a lot of stuff I don't answer because I don't know, right, that you need to know that.
Yeah.
And because sometimes you can hide it well in the piece. Like, I won't know that you were struggling with it. And then you're like, well, I struggle with this part, and I don't know why. And then it's like, oh, well, that was simple. It was just something changed this to that. Like, it was so simple. I can't remember the conversation we had that one day, but I think my favorite conversation, and for some reason I'm having a brain fart right now, and we're live, is we were sitting back and you were eating, remember? And we were sitting back, Isaac was back there. We were back
I feel like I do. Hold on, go ahead.
That conversation was so good.
I do remember what you're talking about. What were we talking about?
I don't know, because we were both growing. Like, you were learning something, I was teaching you something, but on the back end, I was learning something.
I think Pete was sitting with us too.
Was it Pete?
No, but I think...
I forget, man. But that was a good conversation because not only did you retain information, I retained information that helped me grow.
Bro, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know. But we have good conversations all the time. Yeah. Very important. Yeah. And plus, like some days, like, I won't see you, like, or you'll be in the shop and, like, I only get to talk to you a couple times, but then, like, at least once or twice a week, 3 times a week, like, we get to sit down and talk for a good minute, and then it's, like, I get all my questions answered, or just, like, we go over, we analyze, like, what we did that week, and it's just, like, it's nice. It's not overwhelming for me, like, I don't feel like someone's breathing down my neck, and, like, you're making me do this, that, like, he taught me color, and then he literally let me do all this black and gray, just because he knew I wanted to try and master black and gray before I went full, like, color city, like, I'm doing color portraits of that. Yeah. Which I will do, but.
Which you will kill, because I don't know why. Like, that Mac Miller piece, was it Mac Miller? Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
See, but now I wouldn't even tattoo it the same way I tattooed that.
I know you wouldn't, because you grow.
Now, yeah, exactly. So that's why that color school, if anyone wants a color school, or is just willing to give me creative freedom, a good size space, anything.
We'll do a discounted price.
Literally, we'll do this full day. I'll do a full day for a half day. I don't care. Just something full color.
You heard it live.
Message me about it.
We'll do. How many you want to do? 1 or 2?
I'd probably do. I don't know. I'd want to do a portrait one.
Yeah.
A skull one, and then maybe like a flower or like.
Not a flower, because you already killed flowers and people can see that. Do something. What about like a car or something like?
Pin up something.
Pin up.
I already have one guy, my boy from.
A realistic color pin up would be.
Yeah, I don't think he wants color. He wants black and gray. But yeah, realistic color pin up, and just like I'm willing to like work with someone on a price for just like if you want to get a full sleeve of something like that, and you know it takes multiple sessions, like. I know you're going to keep coming back, so I'll work with you on a price just because I want to have, my work walking around right now. Like, for me, the most important thing is the advertising, like, in person. Like, people see the tattoo, they ask, who did that? And I try to keep up on my social medias, but I want to see the people walking around with my art. And remember, the color is what I need to do.
Graycie Tattoos at gmail.com, and that's GRAYCIE tattoos, TATTOOS at gmail.com. Reach out there. Don't do the Instagram, Facebooks, and stuff because we get so overwhelmed that there's no way she can physically make sure that she gets back to you on Instagram and Facebook because you come to our thing and you're going to see we got like 99 plus messages.
If I were to answer every single person and put them in my book, I would be booked up for the next year. And then it's it's something where the reason that I don't book out far or I don't book a lot of people at once is because I know what pieces I need to tackle to get better. Like there's specific things I know, and that when I see a piece, I know that it would benefit me because it's either a challenge or I know I need to work on it. So some stuff, like, not that I've mastered it, but I've gotten comfortable with it and I don't want to repeat it. Or it's something that it's just like, I know someone else that might like lettering, great example. I always give the lettering to Dom. Dom kills lettering. I'm not a great lettering person. Like, but that's not something that I've always.
Yep.
I don't practice lettering. Like, that's not the passion that I like love doing. Like, it's.
And Dom lives and breathes lettering. Like, that's all he wants to do all day.
Yeah, his freehanding stuff. Like, and he put me on to the freehanding a little bit. Like, and that's even with the creative freedom. Like, I love having people come give me creative freedom because I can draw on you. The tattoo, I feel like, always turns out so much better.
30 minutes? We're good, so?
I think so. But, yeah, so reach out if anyone's interested. I'm pretty cool. You can be stuck with me for a couple days.
She's pretty cool. She's all right sometimes. Anyway, sometimes she's not. Sometimes she get on my damn nerve. But, I mean, no, I'm just kidding. We have a good time. Oh, that was a
I
good
don't
one.
remember this one.
I don't know either. She's hitting the buttons again, guys. Birds chirping.
Can you hear it? Oh, you can hear it? Okay.
You can hear that? Oh.
Is it that loud?
It's like low. I can hear it
Oh,
low.
okay.
So, and this is our first live, guys, so we're just having fun with it. And as obviously you can see, this is our personality, this is who we are. Live life, be happy. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, like in the future, I'm sure we'll be talking about more specific stuff. And like, because with him, like, I tattoo, and I feel like the tattooing just comes with time. It just piece by piece. It's like I tackle piece by piece. But he's helping me get into stocks. Like, he's helping me, do stuff on the side. He's helping me travel, like, putting me on to a lot of stuff. So, like, it's not just a tattooing that...
It's more than a tattoo. It's about business.
It's always...
We all will eat, no matter if we're touching a needle or if we're touching skin with a needle or nothing. Like, I don't want the tattooing to be the reason why. Here's the deal. And I've said this, and I've said it 100 times, and it probably is, like, over... People don't understand it. When I say it, but I'm explaining it today. I tell people, when you stop worrying about the money, the tattoos get better, right?
Literally.
I don't care about money. And the reason why is because I've built myself to where I don't have to. Now I get to build you guys and everybody that works for me on, hey, let me show you what works and what doesn't work in business, so that way we can all grow together. That way when you're ready to do that tattoo, okay, let's do it. Go ahead.
It's nice that, like, the end of the day, I know I made a good amount of money, throughout the day, but I very quickly forget how much I make. Like, when I get home, I'm not thinking about what I made the day. I'm probably showing my parents the tattoo I did. Like, so it's kind of like what lasts longer. Like, I worry about the tattoo. I spend all day thinking about the tattoo. I care about the tattoo.
And another thing, any of my realtor friends, because I got a lot of damn realtor friends on this Facebook, I need a rental, 2-3 bedroom. We'd like from Camden to Smyrna area. She's looking for a rental. She make enough money, trust me, to pay for it. We're just looking for something, and I want it to be in a nice spot. I don't want it to be in the ghetto. I don't want her to feel nervous of where she's living. So a nice neighborhood would be nice. Fenced-in yard. If she can't have animals, she don't really care. She don't have any anyway.
Snake.
Oh, shoot. Oh,
Buttercup.
I'm not coming
Yellow
over your
python.
house. I'm not coming to your house with no damn
No
snake.
cage.
Definitely not coming over.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not coming over.
I'm kidding. No, but I would like to. I do want to start putting my money towards something bigger like that, and I think like
A snake?
that. No, I have
Oh, I was about to say,
a
what the hell?
property. Oh my god, like I got my car, and I forget that I even like pay for my car because I set my money aside in the beginning of the month, and then done deal. Like it's done over with, and I drive. That's my dream car right there.
And she will be buying a house, but she has to have
Oh yeah,
any
other
realtor
stuff, but
knows.
just the property, the renting is like something that for my sake right now.
Because once she gets to 2 years of working for me, and she has her proof of income, then she's going to buy a house. Because we know in real estate you can't buy a house without that.
Yeah.
So in 2 years, well, not even now, like about a year and a half, she'll be buying her house. She'll be buying her first house, and she'll
That's
only
crazy.
be 20 years old. How crazy is that?
That'll be awesome.
Boss level. That's what
My
we're
dad's
talking
gonna
about,
shed a
bro.
tear.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we do. We boss up, all of us. That's what it's about. Grow each other together. And I'm going to be honest with you, before, that's not how it was. When I first opened my shop, all my shops, I was never like that. I was kind of greedy, to be honest with you. And I got called out a lot, and I didn't really notice it. But now, I realize, like, man, I'm just going to be me. And
you gotta grow as a character. Like, you're not born, like, and you're, the environment you're in, like, it's a reflection in yourself. So sometimes, like, it's not you, it's just what you're around.
And how fun, like, no matter what, when you come to the work, even if you're having a bad day, by the end of the day, either you're in a better mood or you wish you didn't come in because everybody in there is in a good mood.
Yeah,
you know
and you're like, all these happy motherfuckers. Why?
Yeah.
I'm having a bad day. Like, I'm pissed. Like, why is Larry messing with me right now? I just walked in the door.
And we try to cheer you up. That's just what it is, and that's what we do.
But that's what you need, like, because then you're like, why was I even mad? Like,
yeah, because there's no reason.
For some reason, when I'm mad, I'm like, just leave me alone. Let me be mad. Like,
there's no reason
just
to
sit here. It's like, why?
If you can just talk out your feelings, a lot of it's just talking it out, and we do that with art. Like, I do that with art. You do that with art. Like, I don't know. I just feel like we're at a good point in life where growing is the fun part. So.
Yeah, it's like what you do every day. That's all I care about.
So, I'm sorry that we don't really get to answer questions today. That was our goal for today, was to answer a bunch of questions.
We'll be doing that next time.
Isaac, is there any questions on that one, on her phone, that you can see?
Your phone, like, it froze, and then people were commenting that the live froze. So, and then I tried to restart it, but then it kept saying connection failed.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
no worries. It is what it is. We tried.
No, that was awesome. No, I really like, and I think, like, even talking about...
We're still live.
Oh, are we still live?
Yeah, it don't matter, though. Go ahead.
Even, like, talking about, like, tattooing stuff, and I was about to just start chatting, like...
No, go ahead, because that's what this is about.
Like, but
this is behind the scenes. This is real talk.
I don't know, like, next time talk about just... Not, like, stuff in the media at all, or, like social stuff, but just, like...
How about this, guys? What we want you
like,
to do is, we want you guys to give us some stuff to talk about. Give us some topics that you want to know about or hear about, like anything. For our next podcast, next Monday at 11 a.m., we're going to go live like this again, and we're going to want you guys to have some questions for us.
Yeah.
We'll write them down, and we'll answer them as we come on. We'll go by them, through them all, and we'll even shout you out. We'll say, hey, you know, such and such asked this question, good question, and we'll answer the question.
Yeah.
We'll have fun. We want to bring you all involved in this too, because that's what it's about. It's about all of us. Like,
we're going to have guest speakers.
Yes, we definitely are going to have speakers. Next week, I have one in mind. I want to see which one wants to come, either Dom or Mel.
Dom or Mel.
Bring another apprentice.
Okay.
Alicia.
There you go.
Well, Alicia has school.
Alicia,
so
yeah.
Just an apprentice that has already went through this apprenticeship and isn't considered an apprentice. Like, Dom's not an apprentice anymore. He's just a tattoo artist, right? Because 2 years in an apprenticeship is what you should do to be able to say, hey, I pretty much know everything I need to know. There's not much I need to know left.
Yeah.
And then the rest you just grow as you go. So I think Dom will be a good one because look where he came from. If you look at his old art to where he's at now, it's like night and day. He grew so much.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that'd be fun. And besides that, guys, we're going to get off here because Graycie got to go snowboard. She's out here ready to go snowboarding. You going, Isaac? No.
We thought it was gonna rain, but then it was a little last minute. Everyone else canceled. It is raining.
Are they closing? When's the last day for snowboarding?
Coming up. Delaware's sooner because they have spring snowboarding, but then it's like so warm that there's no point in making snow.
Yeah, because it just melts.
I don't know. It's like probably March is all that's left.
I don't think you have much left because it's starting to warm up now.
A couple times, so I'm gonna savor it.
You gotta do another one. Hold on, ready, guys?
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, that was.
Hold on.
All right.
Love you guys. We're getting off here. Let's see. Slide to stop.
Larry and Graycie show out.